So what do you think so far? You've been playing it a couple of minutes now.
I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you like about it so far? In particular, I'm interested in, do you find it comfortable to wear? What do you think about the neck?
Sounds pretty...
fingerboard, frets, sound. What strikes you about it first? Why are you even interested in playing this guitar? You know a little bit about Rock Chapman,
I
right?
like a good telly, the appointment.
Well, you're a Fender guy, right?
Yeah.
How many Fenders do you have? 4 or 5?
The ones that are together or the ones in pieces?
Well, like, you have how many complete guitars? 3 or 4?
I don't count. 1, 2, 3.
Well, you have
4,
a handful
5,
of complete
yeah.
Fenders, right?
Yeah.
You're mostly a Fender guy?
Yeah, a telly, 3 Strats. And
Okay, so you mostly play your Strats.
yeah, for the most part.
So your Strats are going to be mostly 9.5-inch radius?
7.5.
So 7 1/4 even, some of them?
Yeah.
This is a very flat fingerboard. It's a 13.8-inch radius.
Okay.
How's the neck and the fingerboard feel to you?
Good, I like the thickness. It's kind of like the old Japanese ones. It's about that same,
Okay.
not too thin. So, I got big hands.
And the frets?
Frets seem fine. They're typical.
Those are extra jumbo frets. Are
they really?
Yep.
Huh.
So those don't feel any different to you than your regular Fender?
Not really.
No?
I mean, well, they're different from, they're like the medium jumbos to me.
These are like extra jumbo frets.
Yeah,
They're the biggest they make.
They play a lot like the mediums to me.
So do you find that this plays, do you find that easy to play?
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally. But I don't pay
Well, no, I mean, like, do you find the guitar easy to play? Like, I would be able to tell you right away if I found a guitar hard to play. I would say this is hard to play.
No, I don't find that hard at all. Pretty natural.
Okay, good.
Mostly it has to do with the neck thickness, I think.
For you,
me,
the neck thickness?
A little bit of width and stuff.
So you find the neck profile comfortable in your hand?
Yeah, like if I grab a Gibson, I'm not used to it.
No.
At all.
Too thick?
It's just way too wide and flat and...
But this is a really flat fingerboard.
I thought it was the flatness before, but this feels fine.
So this doesn't bother you at all, because that's even flatter than a Gibson. Gibson is generally 12, and these are 14. So that's super flat. It's almost straight. But it's supposed to be good for sustain, supposed to be good for bending notes.
For the bending mostly,
Yeah. For the rippers and the shredders, right? But you're sort of a blues guy, right?
Mostly, yeah.
So what do you think of it as a telly? It does coil tapping, by the way, on the bridge pickup. So if you pull the tone pot, yep.
Woo! Which does what? Just cuts down the...
Split the coil. It's a humbucker in the bridge. It's a stacked humbucker.
Oh, okay. I wonder if I can tell the difference. Oh, that's single.
No, that's single.
That is? I like that one.
It's my favorite position. It's my...
Spanky.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. That position is my favorite.
Totally.
So if you want a traditional telly sound, you coil tap that bridge and then put it in the middle, and then you get your traditional...
That in the middle?
That's your traditional neck and telly, or neck and bridge telly sound. What do you think of that neck?
Yeah.
Pull the neck.
Hey? With it pulled like... Oh,
Doesn't matter.
Does that make a difference?
No, that's single coil.
It's always a single.
What do you think of this neck pickup?
Smooth.
Smooth, yeah.
Well, my telly's so screwed up. Like,
Oh, is it?
it's been routed out for a humbucker.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
really
yeah,
deep, and it doesn't get up close to the strings, but...
Yeah?
Yeah, I like it. It's got a nice little roundness to it. That sounds proper.
Yeah?
Playish, yeah.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
What's your fave so far in terms of tones coming out of that?
The middle's nice. I always like the middle on
You like the middle on a tap? So with it coil tapped? How does it sound actually with it with pucker engaged? Feel free to mix around with the amp if you want to.
That sounded good like that. What happens if I...
Get rid of the dirt. Now you're gonna have to bring the master up a bit. Yeah, give her, it's okay. Good in everyone else's hands. I wasn't really liking that neck pickup, but everybody else I've heard play it, I like the way it sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my fave is that right there.
Oh,
Screams,
cutting,
eh? I got the bright switch on here.
Oh, that's alright. Hurts the ears.
Give her, yeah. That's why I said just.
I'm an off guy.
Awesome. Nice. So what do you think so far? Have you looked these up at all? Do you know what these cost?
No.
What would you think something like that would be worth? Korean made. Same factory as PRS LTD.
Which factory, do you know?
The worldwide something or other.
Comes with the proper Grovers?
Yeah. Everything there is completely stock.
Wow. Compensated saddles and everything.
If you had to guess, like what sort of price bracket would you think that would be in?
Well, I think everything's overpriced, but
fair enough.
Brand new from the shop?
Brand new from the shop, what would you think they would retail for? Like just a rough guess.
$600.
You're not far off. $799.
$799.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would see.
So you were right on the money.
Walk in and say,
you were right on the money.
$600 is probably about right.
So you were right on the money.
Of course, the store markup is always too much. So.
The Made in Mexico telly is what would be its direct competitor.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? Because Made in Mexico tellies now, the higher end ones are $700-800 now.
Yeah.
So that would be its direct competitor in terms of.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
I'd just get rid of that.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
No.
No?
I mean, it's a kitschy thing, to make it stand out or something. But
you reckon? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
see, here's my like, the guy who plays these, he often talks about how he puts like 18 to 150 million gauge strings on his guitar and drop tunes to and F sharp, and
Yeah.
so
It's substantial on there. Like,
well, the reason they do this here then is to drop the tension on the lower strings,
oh, okay. So that has.
so you can tune down.
Serves a purpose then.
That you didn't find any difference in the way the net. Like I find that guitar stiff, plays stiff.
Maybe a little bit, but you know, I don't mind that.
But I didn't want to put those words in your mouth. I wanted you to play it a little bit, and you said it doesn't feel unlike your Fender. Everybody who's tried it has had a completely different opinion. And I was expecting you to be like, no, this doesn't feel anything like my Fender.
Yeah, I mean it's a little different, but
But playable.
I don't pay. Yeah, I don't pay too much attention to all the
So,
little differences.
so if your hand were forced, ignoring the color aesthetic of it, because these are offered in natural finish as well. So just not blue, completely natural finish. This and the Made in Mexico Telly. If your hand were forced, which one would you buy?
Yeah, I'd probably go for that.
You'd go for this over the Fender?
Oh yeah, Made in Mexico Tellys. There's a dime a dozen.
So you,
I
oh,
don't
that's
think it's too much.
cool, man.
Although I'd want the left-handed version.
Totally, eh? Just get the left-handed
I
version.
wouldn't want to deal with this all the time, but I mean.
I tell you,
get
it's
used to
taken
it.
me a few days to get used to that.
Get used to it, I guess, but I still wouldn't want to deal with it.
Well, my big
all
fat
the time.
fingers get caught in all those tuners.
Yeah. That's
And
me.
it's
annoying.
obviously years of you being bent over the top of a headstock, right?
Yeah.
So it's personal preference but
And
yeah.
they're just right there.
it's sort of
You
goofy.
know, it is goofy.
It's a bit goofy.
I've never been a fan of that.
No, the reverse headstock thing, no. So, I mean, personally, like if I'm going to keep it, I'm definitely going to put 9-gauge strings on it. I probably will take the nut off and cut a new one for it.
It doesn't really sink in there, does it? It's
No, it's
stuck right on
really
top.
weird, but you know why? It occurred to me only long after. It's because the frets are so tall.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really need to be sunk into the fingerboard too far. Because look at how thick that
Barely
nut
there.
is, right?
It'd be-
But yeah, it was like one of the first things. And when I got it, it was really sharp too. I had to round over the corners quite a lot.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Just on the nut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think overall? Just,
Yeah, for a cheap Korean guitar, that's definitely good.
yeah?
I like to have dots. I think
Fret
that's-
markers?
Yeah, I think that's a little odd, but they're on the side here.
Yeah, I thought I would miss them. But when you're playing it, looking down like that, I don't often have a problem finding out where I am. It's when I'm bent over forward.
Yeah.
That's when I have
I
most.
thought I saw it and thought, oh, I won't be able to play that, but it's okay. You got them on the side, so
Yeah, totally.
the reference is there.
And comfort? Like, do you find it comfortable to hang on to?
Feels like a telly. Yeah. It's
Did you notice that it's carved?
carved.
Carved top?
I didn't notice really. No.
It's carved like a Les
I kind
Paul.
of feel it
Look like
on here.
a lot carved, though. The whole top.
Oh, the top is carved.
Yeah.
Hey,
You didn't notice that the whole top is
I didn't
completely
see
carved
that.
like a Les Paul.
no, that's pretty sweet.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I like the carvings. Not bad at all.
Yeah, I personally find it a very comfortable guitar. I've only had one guy tell me he didn't find it comfortable. He said that his hand, but he wears his guitars up pretty high,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
and he was moaning about the fact that it was digging into his arm.
Okay, well, a telly's supposed to. Like, it's a chunk.
He
of-
plays a Strat, right? Like he plays a
It's
deluxe Strat. That's his
yeah.
only guitar.
Yeah, a telly's a chunk of wood, so
Yeah, agreed.
it's just a.
I'd
plank.
say that I personally feel like that's a really comfortable Telecaster body.
Yeah, as far as a telly goes, yeah.
It's a very
You
evolved
feel it-
Telecaster
You
body.
feel it here like it's a plank,
Yeah,
but there's a bit of extra
a bit of extra give.
something to it. Yeah, that's pretty neat. I wouldn't mind now that you pointed out that it would be a little more carved and
A bit more, yeah. I would
little
say if you're going to
prettier.
go that far, I would have put a Strat cut on it. Like I would have cut the back end of that.
yeah. Well, then it's not so telly-ish, but even just the.
But you see tellies, some tellies now, they'll have that slight.
Oh yeah, you see it all the time, eh? But no, leave a telly, and-
Yeah.
But a bit of carving. doesn't
What do you
hurt,
think of the
that's for
look
sure.
of this thing?
I don't mind this. My first guitar was a Series A with the plasticky
Oh, yeah.
plastic over wood.
Does it look like some people either really love it or hate it?
Lightning bolt type thing. No, these are fine. I don't mind that.
Well, that's awesome. I don't have to record you anymore. Thanks for giving me your opinion.
No problem.